Good morning. How is everybody doing? It is the 11th of October, 11:30 in the morning here in the UK. It is a kind of blustery, breezy, heavy rain kind of day today. But wow, have we got some news for you today. Steemhunt 2.0, a new hunt platform is coming. Kind of excited about this. Um, so there's a lot to unpack here, right? I gave this a bit of a scan over and a little bit of a little read this morning, and it's a lot to take in because there's a lot of kind of changes and upcoming features and upcoming additions, things that they already had planned in their first iteration of their roadmap, which involved SMTs, and obviously SMTs got delayed. Now we're seeing SMTs appear, and so Steemhunt is taking on this bigger, grander vision of what a decentralized platform for hunting products looks like. So, just stepping through, they have come to the realization that there are many different types of utility to gain from the early adopters in the product launching market. So, they're kicking off this whole like early adopter dapp alliance, which I don't know if it has anything to do with the other alliance thing, but it's interesting that that terminology is being used. So, first thing, fully decentralized product discovery platform. So it's a dapp built on the Steem blockchain, and the Steemhunt token STH, which is going to be issued by a smart media token, an SMT, fully self-sustainable community application for early adopters, which does not require any type of business model. We believe that linking their value-added behaviors to the community contribution with a fully decentralized token reward pool will give power of sustainability and self-controllability to the community. That alone is exciting to see, and I have to say, Project 7 is on top of his game with these. I don't know if it's Project 7 who's doing these, but I'm digging the clarity of messaging and the graphics. So props to take my hat off to Project 7 for his continued evolution of the design of Hunt and Steemhunt. Then there's a whole bunch of stuff to do with the actual mechanics, the pipeline, if you like, of the SMT and what it involves. And I need to break this down separately in another episode. There's probably a week's worth of content in this one post alone, and I'm sure I'll have many questions going back and forth. There's a lot of things to do with burning of tokens in here, with the leftover tokens. There's also moving to, I don't know if it's moving to or just taking the Ethereum ERC20 token that we have now, the Hunt token now, and using another chain called Luniverse, which I'd never even heard of before. But because we're now operating in the South Korea almost like incubator of lots of other blockchain projects, it's obvious to me that we're going to end up working with a bunch of these. Ever since we had the wallet, I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm going to have to bring it up. The wallet bit something. What was it called? I'm going to have to just give me a second. It was called Bitberry. Ever since I saw Bitberry, I knew at that point, because Bitberry was supporting 65 other different projects in terms of their Hunt token, in terms of their ERC20 token, I knew at some point, just the way that Hunt and Steemhunt is positioned, that the crossovers for working with these other cryptocurrency companies was massive. So Luniverse is the same people, a subsidiary of Dunamo. I don't know. Dunanamoon? I don't know how to pronounce that. I am sorry. I apologize. The owner of Upbit. So that's a big deal because Upbit is a massive, massive exchange in South Korea. Probably 10th in the world in terms of volume, maybe. I have to confirm that. But it's a next generation BaaS, which I've never heard of before. Blockchain as a service run by Lambda 256, which is a subsidiary of Danamu, the owner of Upbit. By using Luniverse, Hunt platform can form its own main chain, which is very interesting, that instead of it being just a token, we can have a main chain with numerous side chains that have a value pegged to the main token. Now, that sounds like almost like a stable coin, but then with blockchains running off the top of it. But it's not. It doesn't say stable coin there, so I'm kind of intrigued about this value pegged to the main token. Hunt token will be a key currency of the Hunt platform, and each dapp can use its own token if it needs a separate or additional token structure. Hunt main token functionality functions directly in each app, or becomes a vehicle token to swap or back the value of dapp tokens. That's really interesting to me, that we're still creating as far as I can read, we're still creating a Steam Smart Media token, an SMT, but then also we're using this other chain as a value pegged main token. Like I say, I need to dig deep into this. I need to probably send messages back and forth to Project 7, because a lot of this stuff is over my head, but I want to learn, you know, like I'm interested why we've gone down this particular road, and where the Steam SMT and this sit together. Like, we're powering one powers the other one. It's interesting that we're decentralizing the Hunt platform, and we need to use this particular chain because it does things that the SMT, I see the SMT as that, like the community element, and then this separate chain being able to create lots of separate tokens. That's how I see it right now. Since the backbone of Hunt token is transitioning from Ethereum to Luniverse, the ERC20 based Hunt tokens will be swapped with the Luniverse based Hunt tokens during fourth quarter 2019. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. I think this whole section here, the number 2, we'll have to do that as a separate part, I think, because there's so much in there about Hunt token restructuring, etc., etc. Now then, let's get on to the next bit, which like gets me excited. Okay, so this gets me excited because this is the third part of the roadmap, and it was kind of like when I started on steemhunt like a year and a half, 2 years ago, being one of the very first people to use it and one of the first mods to be signed up, and been with it ever since and worked on it every single day pretty much. It was always important to me to see that roadmap all the way through. So to see Idea Hunt actually being visualized now is really, really exciting to me. So they have a new roadmap. So upcoming dapps and third-party services. So the goal of Hunt platform is to expand the passion of tech product lovers into a practical form of services. To achieve this goal, we'll launch new dapps and invite third-party services to join the Hunt token economy. That's very interesting terminology, third-party services. So I'm starting to think that there's going to be other dapps that are already on the Steam blockchain that, as part of this alliance, have probably suggested these things so that they can integrate them into their platform, which makes a lot of sense and hopefully will drive that whole like economy. Interested in joining our platform, they're welcome to if they are likely to leverage our token economy and build synergy. I really don't like the word synergy, but it's all good. All right, so the first one is Idea Hunt. Let's just zoom in on this for a second, right? Now, forget like the top Idea Hunt title. Look how clean this design is, right? I've not seen this design before. This is kind of new to me. So it's interesting that you can see on this design, obviously you got the name of the product and the subtitle, and then underneath says symbol Mooney. So I'm wondering if there's going to be like separate token economies for each product effectively. And then here it looks like we're raising, this is a bit like Kickstarter and crowdfunding, by the way, Idea Hunt. So it looks like we're raising a certain amount of Hunt tokens here to be able to pull this off. So all of these little sell offers, I presume, are coming in from people. Token owner, price, quantity, and they're all going to have they're all going to be able to buy into that crowdfunding. And that's as far as I can see. What's interesting that I haven't seen before is on the right hand side here, where you've got like the average price and then there's like a bar and a slider. But I'm absolutely loving how clean that design is. That gets me excited just seeing that layout for Idea Hunt. All right, let's quickly go back to this. Crowdfunding platform by utilizing profit-backed crowdfunding tokens and smart contracts. You can see all this in the white paper. But here's another thing that really shows how fast things are moving in terms of innovation on the Hunt platform, is that they've come up with a new working title app called In Time. by the hours of leaders whose time value is donated to change the world. I think that's a really interesting angle to take, and I'm wondering where this came from. I think it's playing into the fact that we are going to a in-time, real-time economy of who has certain skill sets and who can I hire for an hour to get the advice I need in time in the place where I am, and then using the hunt token as the ability to pay for that. I absolutely love that. I think that's genius. I think that's where everything's going to, and I absolutely love it. Time sale platform where users can purchase trade a person's 1 hour token. Any influential person or expert can issue a token that guarantees the token holder the right to claim an hour of time with them. Third-party services will become a dapp alliance that enables the intangible value of early adopters to be turned into a tokenized asset. Hunt platform will constantly invite third-party services that can be aligned with the Hunt token economy. I think we've had that above. And then we've got a whole bunch of updated docs and websites. So I'm going to quickly scan through that. You can see how much work has been going into this behind the scenes, because we now have a completely new logo, which I absolutely adore. This Hunt platform logo. Designed as a home for product early adopters who have exceptional knowledge and passion for cool new products. And then we have the dapp alliance to expand the passion of tech product lovers into a practical form of services for product makers, so that new products can be more impactful on a global level. And then they've really padded out the detail on this as well. So we have steemhunt running, we have review hunt running. They're starting to put a mock-up which looks very similar to review hunt here for idea hunt in terms of products that are coming out. I do apologize for the rain. I'm just going to be trying to be quick here before it comes down really quick. But this has been completely updated. The Hunt token model formed with the combination of Hunt main tokens and dapp tokens. Each dapp on the Hunt platform may use its own token if it needs a separate or additional token structure. So I guess in some ways it feels like almost like Steam Engine in some way. Like Steam Engine has tribes, and now this Hunt alliance has the ability for people to have their own tokens depending on the format of their tokens. And that's really, really exciting. Really, really exciting. So let's have a look at the roadmap where we are. We're literally up to launch Review Hunt beta version, which is flashing, and launch Luniverse-based Hunt token system. So that's kind of interesting that these two are launching. I don't know when this is happening or how it's going to happen or what the new beta version will look like or where we can expect to see it. But that's bloody exciting, because that wasn't on the roadmap, and then it's just been like shoehorned in here. Like they've probably not pivoted, but they're reacting to the market, to things that's happening with the market. We're on version 3 of the pitch deck now, version 2 white paper, and you can get to there's a Luniverse chain user guide there as well. So I'm gonna have a good old dig through that. And then the white paper, the version 2 white paper, has been updated. And what I've noticed from this straight away is there is a lot more data in here than before. This is why it's going to take me probably a week or more to unpack everything that's in here. What's really cool about this is I feel that this has been changed for potential investors in the future. People who want to get behind this whole Hunt platform and the whole dapp alliance. So there's loads of data in here about the size of the market. There's a lot of information about issues that we have with getting in touch with early adopters and why they're crucial. A bit more information about what the marketplace looks like, and then what current crowdfunding platforms do and their value. A whole bunch of stuff of like running ads and what the issues are with that. Then there's the bit about a self-sustaining community via the Steem blockchain. Got to 2.3, our experiment with steemhunt, and I got a little bit worried about that because I remember when DLive said our experiment suddenly popped up. So there's, like I say, there's a week's worth of stuff that needs to be unpacked here. I need to find out more detail behind the scenes of this. And then we get into the Hunt platform. There's just so much more stuff in here that we will get into during a week. And then the new pitch deck is absolutely gorgeous as well. I love the fact that we've got this like guy on one of these like hoverboard things with a mobile phone or a drink with VR headset on. And then just money and figures. 100 billion annually, 95% of the product launches fail due to product lack of PMF, product market fit, and then explaining where Idea Hunt, Steam Hunt, and Review Hunt fits into this. And then this is interesting here, this int me, in-time marketplace for time value backed tokens, that is just bolted onto the end there. So I'm kind of interested to hear the background as to where this has suddenly come from, because I feel like that is new information that they've just realized that, oh, we need to be bolting that in, you know. And then there's just so much stuff I need to go through. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update that you definitely need to be getting over to token.hunt.town. Scroll down to, like, what is it, 3/4 of the way down, and take a look at the pitch deck, white paper, and Steam Luniverse chain. I'm definitely going to have a look through this user guide, and also behind the scenes of who this Luniverse is and why the team have decided to go down this route. This whole idea of blockchain as a service is very, very interesting to me. And these guys don't pick things on a whim. They look into it, and if they're excited about it, then I'm excited about it. All right, that's it for me today. Go and check it out. I will be releasing more stuff about version 2 and Luniverse and all these new things as I understand it a lot more, a lot easier.
Drifting slowly into an empty space where I can go. I'm just a roadblock free.